say a big thank you for the sunshine. Inhale, stretch your arms upwards. And then exhale, we're just going to twist in the trunk. So if you're just getting settled or just joining us, thank you so much. We're starting with a little bit of seated warm up. Oh my gosh, isn't it amazing to see the sunshine? Yay! Finally. Let's come back to center. Inhale, big breath. Good. Same thing. Exhale, we can take a little twist side to side. The shoulders and the hips start to relax. Good. And then let's just begin to stretch it side to side, moving with the breath. You guys have done this enough that you can definitely make this your own. Stretching side to side. Good. Okay, so this is my left hand grabbing my right knee. My right hand is behind me just as an anchor. I'm twisting but allowing my chin to relax side to side. My knees are relaxing, shoulders relaxing. Lift your chest a little bit. Kind of spin that twist from your belly as you twist. Chin is relaxed, face is relaxed. Yogis, let's take a deep inhale breath through the nose. Exhale, mouth open. You twist a little bit deeper. Good. And then look forward towards the front of your mat and then unwind. And we'll take the second side. This is my right hand grabbing my left knee. Again, I'm pulling the belly in a little bit. Chest is lifted. Good. Twisting, and then let your chin start to rock side to side. Good. Take an inhale breath through the nose. Twist a little deeper, and you exhale the mouth open. Good. And then look forward, and then release your legs, and you spin it out. Let's reach the arms upwards. Exhale, rounding the spine as you press palms forward. And then your next inhale, you take your fingertips behind you. Let's squeeze the shoulder blades together, lifting your chest a little bit as if someone's hands are pressing up between your shoulder blades. And then release the hands back onto your knees. Let's just spend maybe a minute getting centered here. You can relax the shoulders. Feeling so grateful for the sunshine right now. Maybe you guys are in a place where you could feel the sunshine on your chest and your shoulders, on your face, shoulders relaxed. Yogis, let's take a deep inhale breath through the nose. Hold that breath in. And then slowly exhale through the nose. So we're starting to slow the breath down. With each exhale breath, shoulders relax. Each inhale breath, the seat gets heavier, the spine grows taller. Exhale, the jaw softens, really starting to become present. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping behind you, but listening to those natural sounds. Breathing through the nose, settling into your body, opening your internal sound or your intuition. With your next inhale breath, please start to reach your arms upwards towards the sky or towards the ceiling. Exhale, slice your hands right through the midline and rest your palms onto your heart so we can cross one hand over the other one. Just inviting this warm sensation of, the energy from your hands pressing into your chest, inviting your heart to open today in our practice, inviting the lungs to open with more space in the rib cage as we stretch and get warm. and also inviting that wonderful smile onto your lips. And as you open your eyes, we can begin our practice. So we're going to first start onto our hands and knees in our cat-cow. So as you guys are getting adjusted, I personally am going to get a tan while I'm practicing. Yes, multitasking. So I'm going to set the pillow under my knees on the patio out here. And we inhale, exhale as you round the spine. You guys know your cat-cow. So today I'm going to make some circles with my hips because my low back is just a little bit grouchy. So maybe you want to join me in making some circles, and then you come back into your regular cat-cow and then circle it out the other way. Get those hips moving. Nice. Rounding up the spine. Now, you could stay here. If your knees feel well padded, you could inhale, stand upwards on your knees, and then exhale, we come into our child's pose. We're going to do that a couple times. Inhale, standing up on your knees, big breath, and exhale, you stretch really long as you come into your child's pose. You could stay in your cat-cow if this doesn't feel good, but let's do this twice more, standing upwards on your knees. Exhale, hips pressing back. Do that one more time, yogis. Inhale, standing upwards on your knees. Exhale, let's all land in child's pose. So I'm stretching my hands forward as my hips press back towards the heels, sit bones press towards my legs. My knees are bent a lot. Heels off the ground, so I'm very flexed in my hips. And then we go for that extension as you come into your plank pose. So we're going to move in and out of a bent knee, downward facing dog. Get ready to spring forward right into your plank pose. If your wrists are hurting you, drop down onto your forearms. So let's go ahead and do this 3 more times into that solid plank, and then move back with those bent knees. Fingers open, pressing into the fingers, the knuckles. Inhale, springing forward into your plank. Let's press back. One more plank pose. From here, you can hold your plank. You could start to walk your feet to the outer edges, walk your feet back in together. So you're sort of marching your feet out and in. Those who want a little bit more fitness, you guys can jump your feet in and out to the edges of your mat. Good. You can also do this on your forearms. You don't have to be on your hands. 3, 2, 1. We come back to plank, lifting your belly. Your chest is slightly reaching forward. Lift your belly, lift your kneecaps. 3, expand the rib cage. 2, smiling. 1, let's press it back to a long downward facing dog. Okay, so this time we're really long. You're as long as your plank pose, and then we start to press the heels, one and then the other towards the floor. Again, you could do this on your forearms if your wrists are not agreeable today. Good. Okay, from here, let's walk it all the way forward to the very top of the mat. Let's grab hold of your thighs so you can come into that long spine. Neck is long, making sure to roll your shoulders back. From your yoga squat, we're going to bounce up to standing. Nice. Doing this a couple times. Forward bending all the way forward. Good. Bend your knees so you come through a yoga squat to come all the way up to stand. And exhale, you take that forward bend. Good. Bend your knees. Inhale, coming up to stand. And exhale, forward bend. So do that 2 more times. I'm just going to check the camera. Hi, you guys. Facebook, sorry, it keeps coming in and out. Hang tough. We're going to get through this together. Yes. Good. One more time where you're standing up and stretching, full extension. Exhale, forward bend. This time grab hold of your elbows. Good. Let your head be relaxed. Nice. Okay. Let's bend the knees so your fingers can touch the floor, and I'm stepping my right foot back into a big lunge. From here, standing all the way up into an extended lunge. So my right heel, this back foot, is lifted off the floor. Shoulders are relaxed if you have tricky shoulders. Lots of different arm positions if you prefer, okay? Maybe you prefer here. Good. So that's going to be kind of your inhale. As you exhale, the hands come to the floor. We sweep our left leg up and behind. Good. And then set the foot down. From there, we're going to scoop right into upward facing dog or cobra, and then back into your downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out. You stretch your hamstring, and then we're going to walk it all the way forward, top of the mat, right into your yoga squat. You guys know I'm big on squats. Inhale all the way to that extended standing up, and exhale, you're at the top of your mat. Good. So inhale, reaching up. We bend the knees to touch the mat and step your left foot back. So get anchored in your lunge. Heel is lifted back there, and come up to a standing lunge. So again, yogis, your preference on the arms. You know, you don't want to create more tension for your shoulders. Good. Then from here, your hands come down to the mat. Step back, you're sweeping that right leg way up towards the sky or the ceiling, and then set your feet down onto your mat. Good. Walking through the heels. Nice. All right, you guys are going to walk it all the way forward, coming through our yoga squat, all the way up to stand. We're going to repeat this simple sequence a couple times. Hands start into the start position, arms reaching up, lengthen. Baby, you press your hips forward, a tiny back bend. Exhale, bend your knees, and we're stepping the right foot back, coming into our standing lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left leg sweeping up, inhale, and then set both feet down as you pedal through your heels. Good. Walking or even taking a chance to jump your feet forward into your squat. Inhale all the way up to stand, and exhale, hands come back to the start position. Second side. Inhale, reaching upwards. Bend your knees to touch the floor as your left leg shoots way back there. Inhale, coming up into your standing lunge. It's really strong, beautiful way to start your morning practice. Hands come to the floor, right leg. Step that guy back there and stretch that leg up as high as you can. Stretch, stretch. And both feet come to the floor and paddle it out. Good. Good. 3, 2, 1. You get ready to walk or jump yourself right into that yoga squat position. Strong back. That's your squat. Inhale all the way up to stand. Do a couple more rounds. So your hands come right into your heart center. Inhale, maybe taking that long spine. Good. Both knees bent. You can touch the floor. Right foot shoots back and come into your standing lunge. Good. Feel free to get playful with your arms. Standing lunge, you know, you don't have to have a static look, especially summertime. That's a time, it's May, but it's summer here. It's a time to play and explore. Good. So now we're taking our hands to the ground, stepping that left foot way back, stretch, and then one foot and the other pressing into the floor, into the mat. Good. Okay. Both knees bend. You're ready to walk or jump forward into your yoga squat and come right up into standing. Good. Exhale, both feet right at the top of your mat. Same thing again. So inhale, reaching upwards. Exhale, bend the knees to forward bend. Right foot, or sorry, left foot. Left foot shoots back there. That's your left foot. And inhale, coming all the way up into standing. Again, playing with your arms. That'll throw your balance off. Make you have to work a little harder. Eat. Good. And then your hands come down to the floor. Right leg sweeps way back there. Big step. Good. And then both feet coming down onto the floor, pressing through the heels. Nice. Good. Bend your knees, walk or jump yourself all the way forward. Yoga squat, you come all the way up to stand. Inhale. And this time as you exhale, the hands clasping behind, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Good. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as you turn your chin side to side. You can even close your eyes and drop your chin a little bit towards your chest. Mat is starting to get really hot in the sun. Good. Shoulder blades roll back. Beautiful. And then we start again at the top of the mat. Good. Inhale, reaching arms upwards. Exhale, both knees bend. You touch the ground. Right foot stepping back, lunge. Inhale, standing lunge. Good. 3 times our lunge dips. Right knee dips towards the mat, and then you straighten both legs. Right knee touching towards the mat, and then straighten both legs. Some of you can really touch down onto the mat. One more time. Pressing up, straight legs. This time we're taking a variation of a pyramid pose. Notice right heel, back foot, the heel is lifted as I'm moving forward. Now, I have a yoga block, putting that underneath my right hand. You could have your yoga prop or water bottle here for some support. Slowly, I'm starting to press that back heel towards the floor, towards my mat, okay? Probably not going to touch the heel all the way down. That's fine, but we're just investigating, the lengthening of our hamstrings and gastric muscles back there. Nice. Face is relaxed. I'm breathing. Good. Face is relaxed. Nice. We're going to move into a warrior 3 or standing split, yogi's choice. From here, both knees bend a little bit, both hands moving forward. Maybe I have my yoga prop. I'm standing up on my left foot, that's the front foot, and the right leg lifting up. Notice the hips are level to the floor. The toes are pointing down, okay? So that's kind of the first level right here. Those who want to take this up a notch, come into your warrior 3. It's a really strong pose. I'm squeezing my glutes, working my balance, squeezing shoulder blades, strong core. 3, 2, we're going to all meet in that lunge step 1. Nice. Good. Okay, from our lunge step, we're going to take a lunge twist. Right elbow, left knee. So I'm stepping that back foot, that's my right foot back a little bit further. Good. Pressing into the elbows, twisting from my belly button. Leave your neck alone, though. Your neck doesn't have to crank around unless that feels comfortable. Lift your back kneecap, that's your right foot. Good. Strong twist. 2, 1. Both hands come to the floor. We're stepping back to our 3-legged downward facing dog. That's the left foot that's stretching up towards the sky. And now both feet can come to the floor or your mat. Pedaling through your heels. Long spine. Nice. Then the knees, walk or jump. right into your yoga squat. Inhale all the way up to stand. Nice. And exhale, we're right at the start position. So again, same side, or same thing, left side, inhale, reaching upwards. Good. Exhale, forward bend and touching the floor. Step my left foot back. Inhale into that standing lunge. So we're taking our lunge dip. Left knee touches the floor. There's the horses. Left knee touches the floor. Straighten the legs. Left knee touches the floor. Good. Straighten those legs. Hey, let's do one more. Left knee touches the floor. You come up to the straight leg. Left leg is back. That's your back foot. Pressing into the heel. And then starting to make that twisting pose. Left elbow, right knee. Okay. Lift the kneecap on the left leg. That's the back foot. Those hands come together. Good. Your belly is pulled in. You lengthen the spine. Chin is relaxed. Good. Really good twist. Middle of the week. Back is feeling a little, maybe a little tension. So we're twisting that out. Nice. 3, 2. Remember, we're going right into our standing split or warrior 3. 1. You can start to make your transition. Hands come to the floor, and you stand upwards on the right foot. Okay? Maybe you have your yoga blocks and props. Nice. Maybe you're going for that really big hip strengthener. Warrior 3. Good. Squeezing your glutes. Lift that left leg back there. Strong leg, strong core. 2. Hang tough. 1. Good. Reach your hands down onto the ground, and we're stepping backwards into a 3-legged dog. Right leg is up. That's your back foot. Nice. Good. Okay. Both feet coming down to your mat. We're pedaling through the back of the heels. Shoulders relaxed. Nice. And then walking all the way forward. Yogis coming right into a deep squat. So your deep squat can look more like this. I'm going to grab a towel because my mat is burning my feet. So hang on one sec. You guys stay in your squat. Hi, are you still in your squat? You know, learning something new every single day. Okay, you guys, yoga squats. Woo, that's so much better. Seriously, my feet were on fire. Okay, from here, fingertips touch the floor, lifting your hips, and then we're taking a forward bend, deep forward bend. I realize that sort of first world yogi problems, right? Practicing outdoors in this incredible garden, you know, can't complain about that. So you guys are in your forward bend, head is relaxed. You could grab your hands behind you. Good. Okay. From here, we come up to kind of a wide foot squat. So if your feet are narrow, take them wide, like wider than your hips. We're going to stretch the shoulders a couple times. Nice. Good. From here, we're going to take a step to the left, back to center, and then step it to the right and back to center. Warming up those hips a little bit more. Some of you can get really low, step it, and so on. Good. One more each side, staying pretty low. Good. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Inhale, and we go to the top of the mat again. Okay, inhaling, we're just going to keep working with the sequence. Bend the knees. Exhale, you touch the floor. Remember your right foot shoots back there. You have that long lunge. Inhale, we're going to step right into our standing balance. I'm standing up on my left foot. Right leg is lifted. This is either warrior three or airplane pose. So some of you could take a chance now. Come up, airplane pose. Really strong for your hips. If I can do it. And then hands come to the floor. You step back. That's my right foot stepping down on the ground. And come back into your lunge. Right away into our lunge twist. Right elbow, left knee. Now, those of you who want more, this is one of my favorite poses for the hips. I'm lifting right foot back there. Strong pose down. Here we go. Back into our, and then straightening the legs if you can. More. Nice. Here's where we change it a little bit. Hands come to the floor. We step backwards into our dog. Scoop it forward into upward facing dog or cobra. And then backwards you go. Downward facing dog. Nice. Okay. Walk your hands forward, top of the mat, or jump your feet forward, right through your yoga squat. Inhale to stand, and exhale, we're right back at the start position. One more side. Inhale, reaching arms upwards. We dive forward, bend the knees so you can touch the floor. That's my left foot, back foot, stepping backwards, and we come up into a standing lunge. Good. From here, from our standing lunge, we go right into our warrior three or airplane pose. So I'm standing up on my right foot, left leg is lifting. Again, working with the pose that was best for you. This is another variation on standing split. If you guys look into your screen right now, you can see that. 3, 2, we're stepping back to lunge. 1, not very gracefully on my part. And we come back into that standing lunge. Twisting, left elbow, right knee, yeah? Or leaning forward over your right foot and lift that left leg off of the floor. Good. Really a power move for your hips. 2, 1, that left foot comes back down, and we come back into our lunge. So 3 dips to the floor, yay. 1, straighten the legs. 2, thighs might be burning. Sorry, not sorry. 1, nice. Both hands are going to come back to the floor. You step all the way back into your dog. Scoop it forward into your upward facing dog. This time we're going to rest in child's pose, knees touching the ground, and stretch your hands forward, child's pose. So I'm taking my knees a little bit wider right now, hands stretching forward, face relaxes, catching the breath. Good, nice. Okay, from here we're going to come up onto hands and knees. You may want to grab your blanket or pillow or that. The pillow is going to padding. It's going to go under my left knee so I can step my right foot forward. We've done this lunge stretch before. I don't know about you, but I'm getting pretty warm out here, so my muscles are warm. So we're going to sink forward, maybe a breath or two, stretching your quads, your hip flexors, and then we're going to pull the sit bones back. Notice my legs are pretty straight, the toes are lifted. That's your hamstrings and your glutes. Do this a couple times. So we step forward, stretch, long stretch, and then we're going to pull those sit bones back. Think about pulling your sit bones back rather than trying to reach for your toes. If you have that image, sit bones pulling back, you're probably reaching into the belly of those tight muscles. That's what we want to do. One more time, right knee bends, stretching forward. Face is relaxed, and then pulling back into pulling your sit bones back. Good. Okay, let's bend the right knee. That's your front foot. Bending the knee, standing up on both knees. Inhale, stretch. And then we're going to switch it. I'm going to put the pillow underneath my right knee. Yeah, left foot steps forward. So the left foot is forward, and my yoga prop is under my right hand. This is the one forward. Okay, so we want to get that stretch, that lunge, deep hip flexor stretch, quads. Sometimes this causes some tension in the face. Let your face go. And then we pull those sit bones backwards for your hamstrings and calf muscles. Good. And press forward into that lunge. Nice. And then we pull the sit bones back. Remember that you're straightening. You're not thinking about straightening your leg. You're thinking about pulling those sit bones back. Yes. And let's do that one more time. Good. Pull those sit bones back, you guys. Pull them on back. Stretch. Okay. From here, you can release. We're going to set the knees down on maybe onto your pillow or onto the mat. As you stand up on your knees, if it doesn't feel good on your knees, stay in your cat-cow. Those of you who can, you're going to take your hands behind the back of your head, pull your elbows in a little bit, squeeze, so kind of tuck your butt a little bit, strong core, really rock hard core here, lifting the chest so I'm opening my chest, but my elbows stay close to my ears, right? Good. Maybe you squeeze your thighs, your glutes, so you can lean back a little bit, and then we're releasing forward. Let's move into downward facing dog. You can move your stuff. And then I'm walking my hands backwards towards my feet. Let's grab hold of the hands again, stretch the shoulders one more time. You're going to need to feel that good stretch. Release your hands to the floor. We roll all the way up to stand. Shoulders rolling back. Okay, so all that stuff in preparation for dancer pose. I hardly ever do dancer pose anymore, so I thought, it's a good day. We've got our chests open. We have our lunge strength. We are ready to rock a dancer pose. You may want to find a wall space, okay? So grab something that's solid. Those of you who are ready to have a little more fun and in the sense of really challenging yourselves, you can start in the middle of your mat. I'm pouring the weight onto my right foot. That's the one here on the right side. From here, I'm just simply starting with a runner stretch. So maybe you have the wall space, and let your left knee, that's the one bent, fall towards the floor. Okay, so you're not pulling it in any direction. I'm pushing my hips slightly forward so that there's a little tension. From there, I'm leaning forward, right knee bends, right arm reaches up for balance. I'm pushing my left foot into my hands. This is your basic dancer pose. You can get really fancy. You can take a yoga pose, find your thumb and first finger, really press. Some of you have a beautiful deep back bend. Again, standing knee is bent slightly, working my hamstrings and quads with a big back bend. Some of you can reach both hands back there for a giant heart opening pose. Good. 3, you're breathing. 2, you have that focal point. You're going to need it. 1, slowly release. Hang tough, hang tough. Left knee, that was your dancer pose knee, comes up towards your armpits or your belly button, and then extend through that left heel. My left kneecaps are lifting. Good. Lift the chest, strong pose. 2, 1. Both feet coming down and do a little bit of salsa side to side. That's a fun pose. Okay, second side. I'm standing on my left foot. That's this side. I'm bending my right knee. Grab the foot. Got the runner's lunge. You guys probably have all done this pose before. And then I'm getting ready to rock this pose. So I bend my standing knee a little bit, lean forward, push my right foot into my right hand. Left hand comes out for balance. It's great to find a focal point. Good. Breathing yogis, squeeze shoulder blades. Maybe a little smile on the face. 1, you hang tough. We're going to slowly transition, balancing on that left foot as you extend through the right leg. Again, find that focal point. Breathe. Lift your right kneecap. 2, 1. Down you go. Stepping your feet sideways on your mat, and you can work out your hips for just a second. We're going to take a second round just like that. Maybe a little variation. Nice. Okay, so let's go back to the first side. I'm standing on my left foot. You can start over again on your left foot. Taking that runner's lunge. One thing you can do is turn your thumb, my right hand, right foot. Your thumb comes up towards the ceiling, so you're hitching a ride, and then you grab your foot, go right into your dancer pose. Good. You could bend your left standing knee even more to get more strength for your left leg, quads and hammies. Then that opens up your chest to squeeze the shoulder blades. 2, 1. Slowly release, but you're kicking that right foot forward. Extend. Some of you are very fancy. You can grab your right foot. You're still balancing. Find that focal point. I'm looking at a tree. And then extend that right leg forward. Again, that left knee is bent. Shoulders back, chest lifting. Ekapada Hasapada Gustasana variation. 2. Right knee will pull up to your belly before your foot touches the floor. So release wherever you are. That right knee pulls up, Squeeze your left glutes. Really strong. Right foot comes down onto the mat. Good. Second side. We got one more side. You guys got this. Okay, so we're going to take eek, left hand around the left foot, bending the right knee. Okay, so we're super solid. Right hand comes out for balance. I'm pushing the left foot into my hands. Again, a good place to start unless you want to dig in a little deeper. Really challenge yourself. Squeeze your glutes. 1. Remember, you're not touching the left foot down. You're going to slowly release your foot. You're going to extend your left foot forward, really rack it. And then those of you who like, you can take your hands crossing over your left foot. There's always more. Really bending my right knee, getting that squat intensity as I'm lengthening my left leg, lengthening the hamstrings, working that balance, breathing. 2. Good. Not flinging legs. 1. Slowly releasing. Lift the left knee up towards your belly. Squeeze your glutes. 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, let's rock the hips side to side. Some of you can get low. Low as you go. That's a really strong practice for the legs. And nice job. 1. Okay, we're going to take it down to the mat. Awesome job. Grab a sip of water, and we're going to take it down. You might want to grab your props. Okay, so I'm going to sit myself onto a pillow. My feet are going to open out to the side. I have an extra blanket here too. That's good. Now, if you have your water bottles or the big, gallon or your yoga blocks, you can stack those up. Those of you, you should feel pretty warm by now, especially if you're practicing outside. If you're practicing outside, leave a comment in the comments on Facebook or Zoom. Let me know if you're outside enjoying this day. This is called Upavishta Konasana, fancy way to say stretch your inner thighs. That's why they pay me the big bucks, you guys. I can say all those yoga terms. Good. Leaning forward. Try not to slouch your shoulders, but you're coming more from your heart. Good. 2, stretch. This will help your release pain in your low back. 1, let's slowly come out. From here, bringing the legs together. Let's start small. So sit bones are underneath you. You're not rounding your shoulders. That's not the look. This is the look with the chest lifted. We've been working that all day. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Lean back and balance on your sit bones. Yes. Lift the chest. You could be here. You could be here. Or maybe even let go of your legs. But remember, you're lifting up. You're not falling back on your tailbone. 2, 1. Nice job. Second pose, Baddha Konasana. You could go back to the first stretch with the legs open if that's more comfortable for you. You could be here, soles of your feet together. I'm grabbing hold of my shin bones, squeeze shoulder blades, lift the chest, and we roll the shoulders forward. Good. Slowly rolling up. Nice. Now, you could go back to boat pose, what we just worked on. Some of you are very adventurous and you want to try something new. So we're grabbing our toes, we're leaning back, lift that chest, you engage all your muscles. One leg, this is my left foot, stretches out to the side, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Maybe the second leg comes out to the side. You keep lifting, not rounding, not falling backwards. You could, let's see if I can do this. Upavishta Konasana variation, lifting the chest, lift your heart, breathe. Trying something new, awkward, but new. Good, have fun, trying something new, fall out, get back in. That's the metaphor for life, right? 1, and slowly come down. Nice job. Let's cross our feet forward, round the spine, and stretch the back and the hips. Good. So you're just rolling yourself forward over your feet. Good. Nice. Yogis, let's take the hands up towards your knees and then back behind you. I'm going to turn to the side. You could take one or the other variation. What we just did. You could also work yourself in. Feet are hip width apart, lifting, squeezing shoulder blades together. Nice. And then slowly lowering down. Let's switch the crossing of our feet. So the other foot goes forward. Stretch your back, your hips. And then slowly rolling up. Let's do one more back bend variation, or if you prefer to take boat pose, You could. I'm going to take another back bend, lifting, pushing your hips up towards the sky. Nice. And slowly release. We're going to take it all the way down onto your back. Good. Let's start by hugging your knees to your chest. See, this works with my hat? Nope, got to take it off. Knees are opening out, big circles. Yay. Okay, we're really warmed up for a beautiful bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. So let's go for it. Feet come to the floor, heels in towards your backside. I've given lots of variations in the past, but let me just show you. You could bend your elbows, punch down with your arms, and lift your booties off the ground. Squeeze those shoulder blades, and maybe you're staying there. You could reach down, grab your hands, if that's easy. Otherwise, you can straighten your arms, and the whole length of the arm punches down into the floor or the porch. Chest is open. Imagine that you could take your collarbones, tips of your shoulders down into the mat. Keep lifting up. Once you get your hips up as high as you can, take your booty out of prison. Release your booty, right? Your legs are strong here. You're open in the collarbones. Your neck is long. No pressure on the neck. You're pinching. You come down and rest with knees to chest. Lift your booties up a little bit higher. Now, if you want to go a little further, you bring your feet closer together and lift that right leg up towards the sky or ceiling. Good. This is really strong pose. So let me see some adventurous people. Good. We're switching. Right foot comes down. Your left leg, bump that booty up. Don't let your butt sag. Left leg is lifting, lifting, lifting. Squeeze, push your arms down, your collarbones with the tips of your mats. One, we slowly bring the legs down all the way down, knees hugging your chest. Knees hugging to your chest. Take a second to breathe. Good. Okay. So from here, we're going to cross the ankles, roll yourself all the way up to sitting. I'm going to put my hat back on. It is getting really bright. Okay, so I'm going to check the time really fast. Yes. Awesome job, you guys. We're going to come back up to a seated pose. So you might want to sit up on your bolster or your pillow, mat, something. Couple options. Those of you who need more of a hip stretch, this is a pigeon pose variation where I'm crossing, this is my right foot over the top of my left leg. This could be you. You could also scooch up to a wall and put your left foot on the wall. From here, though, you take your fingertips behind you, lift your chest. That gets right into the outer hip. Just relax. If you want more, you scoot this front foot, that's my left foot, towards your butt without rounding your shoulders. Okay? Some people like that. I'm not a good example of hip poses, but I'm a good example for those who have injuries. So you could take a fire log variation. So these are all variations on pigeon. I like to move you away from always doing pigeon and try some new things. So you could do kind of a variation, the first variation on pigeon, which is more like thread the needle. This is fire log pose. Really is the best if you are very warmed up. Some of you can stack one knee on top of the other without any pain or discomfort. I, however, have many injuries. So I like to be the voice of serious yoga practitioners who are practicing with a lot of injuries and still having a great practice. So this is my left knee forward. I have the block supporting that left knee. I have a bionic knee. That's okay. I can still do great yoga. So I've got myself propped up. I'm not trying to be the bendy yogi here. Some people can, and it feels okay. I'm just trying to get stable. My fingertips come back. I'm leaning, lifting my chest up so I'm strong in my glutes. My glutes are supporting this. And then maybe walking my chest a little bit forward. So again, leading with your heart center. My feet are flexed, so I'm not putting any pressure on my right kneecap. Neck is relaxed. So if you're taking this variation, it's just a little bit stronger. Either one for 2, 1. Release your pose wherever you are. You lean back, unwind your legs. We take the feet about hip width apart, and we just rock our knees side to side. Yeah, good. Okay, second side. My right foot goes underneath. I've got to really set myself up on blankets and a bunch of different props to make it work for me on the second side. So the good news is, you can still practice yoga and have all kinds of stuff going on. Again, I want to have that propped under my right knee. Now I'm feeling like, my bionic knee, not super happy with that, but happier here, right? And maybe I prop my titanium knee up just like this. Yeah, feels great. Getting a stretch, still working the pose without injury or without stressing my joints. Never want to stress the joints. Good. Again, some of you can stack your legs up without any props, leaning forward, and that feels so good. I recommend just going for it, right? But if you need some props, if you have some injuries, this is probably better for you. Good. Reach the fingertips back behind you, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder. I'm walking forward with my heart. Yes, I found my glutes, my hips, getting that stretch. Left foot is flexed. 2, 1. Awesome. This time as we roll out, let's actually stretch the legs forward. Yay. Rocking the knees or stretching the knees a little bit. From here, slide your sit bones back a little bit, flex your feet, and lean forward to Paschimottanasana. One last stretch for the hips, the hamstrings, the calf muscles, your low back. Good. Okay, so we're going to take our final pose, Shavasana. I'm going to stay seated. You guys may lay down if that's your preference. I'm going to stay sitting up, so if you would prefer meditating this morning sitting up, join me up here, or lay down in Shavasana, your variation. So as you start to get settled, whether you're laying down or sitting up, make sure you can sit here for about a minute. Let's now please open the palms of your hands, whether you're laying down or sitting up, and then resting them on knees or onto the ground, open. Good. Jaws relaxed. If you're sitting up, your sit bones are well grounded, yes. However, you're lengthening the spine on every inhale. Exhale, shoulders relax. If you're laying down in Shavasana, your body starts to feel heavier, bones sinking in towards the ground. Jaws relax. Breathing naturally, you inhale and you exhale. Listen to the sound of your breath. Good. Listen to the sound of your breath as you inhale and you exhale. Yogis, with the next inhale, if you're Laying down on the floor, let's bring the knees to chest, and then you start to make your way to seated position. Those of you sitting up for your Shavasana with your next inhale could reach the arms upwards towards the sky or the ceiling. Inhale, hands right through the midline. Do that one more time. Yogis just joining us sitting can reach the arms upwards. Inhale. Exhale, this time the hands rest onto the heart center. Breathing, shoulders relax, giving thanks. And with gratitude for our practice this morning, we could all connect and meet in our yoga practice today. Namaste.